I was about 8 years old, and I remember it like it was yesterday. I was a typical kid, loved playing outside, riding my bike, and chasing after the ice cream truck like it was the last hope of happiness on earth. One day, I was hanging out in the neighborhood, minding my own business, probably playing with some rocks or something highly important to an 8-year-old. That's when I saw this car pull up. Now, the first thing I noticed about this car was that it looked too nice to be in our neighborhood. You ever see a car and just think, nah, you're lost, buddy? This was one of those. And sure enough, this guy, who looked like he missed the last decade of haircuts, leaned out the window and gave me one of those creepy smiles. You know, the kind that says, I definitely don't have candy, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. Hey kid, you want a ride? He said, as casually as someone offering free pizza. Now here's the thing, I was a smart kid. Well, sort of. I had seen all the episodes of Law and Order my mom watched, so I was basically a detective at this point. But even with all that expertise, the first thing that popped into my head wasn't run or scream for help. Nope. My first thought was, I don't know this guy, but I wonder if he has any snacks. I didn't move, just stared at him for a second, debating my next move. Should I ask for details? Is this a 5-star kidnapping, or are we talking about one of those cheap last-minute deals? Before I could ask about his Yelp reviews, he got a little more aggressive. Come on, kid, hop in, it'll be fun. Fun? Fun? Listen, if there's one thing my parents drilled into my head, it's that fun is code for danger. Like when my dad says, let's go have fun fixing the car, I know it means I'll be holding a flashlight for the next 3 hours while he swears at some rusty bolt. This wasn't a fun I was about to sign up for. So I did what any smart kid would do. I pointed to the house down the street and said, that's my uncle's house. He's a police officer. Total lie. My uncle was in fact a tax accountant. But hey, it's close enough, right? The guy's smile vanished like I just told him I had the plague. Without another word, he rolled up his window and drove off, probably to find someone who didn't have a fictional law enforcement uncle. I stood there for a minute, half proud of myself for outsmarting a kidnapper, and half wondering if I should still ask about those snacks. When I got home, I told my mom what happened. She freaked out, of course, and called the police, but I was just glad I didn't get taken, and that I didn't fall for the old candy in the van trick. Well, mostly because there was no candy. And to this day, whenever someone offers me a ride, I ask the important questions first. Do you have snacks? And what's your Yelp rating?